Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had been running with our tail between our legs, in actual fact, back to the Weeping Town. I had a bunch of prisoners. I have sold them to the ransom broker in the Weeping Town's tavern, which is actually pretty good luck, in my opinion. And now, these guys, which I think were actually some of them... well, some of the vassals that were running after us in the previous episode and attempting to assist our assailant. And they are attempting to raid something. And we are not going to be allowing that, are we? No, we are going to be going after Lord Lester Morrigan. And, come on, can we? Yes. There we go, we made it. We made it. That was very, very close indeed because, you know, those guys, they can run pretty fast when they have smaller parties. So, yes, they only have 53, but we only have 86. Do bear that in mind. I mean, obviously, I rested for some time. Some of our companions are not fully restored in HP, but that shouldn't really make too much difference. And all of our Cahoric farmers have advanced in level. So, hopefully, we will now see them being a little bit more useful than they were beforehand. We have a lot of guardsmen, as you can see. But, yes, for the most part... everything is going quite nicely because we do have some Golden Company units, and these are the fellows that have leveled up from the farmers, the veteran Cahoric Scythemen, and we're hopefully going to be able to make good use of them because obviously this time around we actually have a pretty good balanced army because even against cavalry those Scythemen are going to be very, very good, and I see. Yes, stumbling and falling is exactly what Elias is supposed to do, because at least it gives everyone a good laugh, doesn't it? Yes, all of our troops are just going... Yep, they're just trying not to laugh, but failing for the most part. Hey, you, over there! What are you doing? Are you laughing at me, Cahoric Guardsman? I don't actually want to pick a fight with that guy, he's kind of good, I guess. So, yes, we're probably just gonna... wait, where's our one-armed villager? Villager? Yes, villager. Where's our one-armed villager? One-armed villager, yes. Okay, so where is he? He doesn't have one-armed, though. He is fully armed with all the kinds of weapons that he has. He's also fully legged. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's... oh, terrible, terrible, but hilarious at the same time. So, yeah, I was saying one because we only have one, numerically, value-wise. Yes, he's not one-armed, so yes, there we go. I'm actually... I'm actually wondering, I don't know why I don't know why that's so funny, but anyway, I'm actually wondering whether they decided to do that on purpose, because armed villager, and if you just have one of them, because you have to rescue them as far as I'm aware, you have to rescue them from enemy parties, and yeah, I don't know whether they're attending disco parties or whatever, but I mean, really, yeah, anyway, yes, okay. I don't know whether they did that on purpose, whether, you know, they're called armed villagers just so that you can say, a one-armed villager, I mean... Okay, we have some peasants here, so let's just concentrate on them. You could also say that they are peasants, so because they're peas ants, because, you know, that's... okay, it's getting out of hand now. You could say it's getting out of one arm, yeah. Okay, so we are going to have some issues here, perhaps, but... let's just see whether that is indeed the case. Come on! Oh, yeah, I was hoping... oh, no, I was not hoping for a lance. Ooh, look at that! Did you see that? Wow, that was intense. An intense thrust into that fellow's face. Yes, I'm sure he won't be forgetting that anytime soon, considering it's now on video. Oh, yes, exactly. We're just going to send it to him over and over. We're just going to be like, yes, look at this. This is you getting killed, Caravan Master. And then he's just going to be like, but I'm dead. I can't watch it. Yeah, so... now it's sad, isn't it? Now it's sad. I guess we'll just send it to his family, because that's not morbid at all, no. And we're eliminating the enemy lords too, so that's good. That is very, very nice indeed. Carver is just absolutely tearing them apart. You could say that he's carving them up. Okay, that was too easy. My apologies. Too easy. Okay, so, let's try and see what we can do. Ooh, lovely, lovely strike there with our bow. Yes. There we go. Oh, very, very good. Okay, we're actually getting good damage here, and indeed good accuracy. I am very, very surprised. Not entirely sure how that's even possible. It's probably because they're just standing there like inanimate objects, but still, I think that's a pretty cool amount of accuracy that we were able to get there. Also, yes, I saw a comment that someone said, I believe it was something about improving the ammunition count for our particular item that we have here, and improving it, I will. I think I will actually do that. I'm going to use TweakMB to do that, because that seems to be the only way to go. Obviously, you don't want to go through huge amounts of code just to find that one code line, because most of them are extremely confusing. I've been through them. Don't worry, yes, I've been through them. It's very, very confusing in actual fact. And yeah, I'm going to modify it because we have 25 right now. And even though we could equip another quiver so that we could have 50 arrows, that would mean that we wouldn't have a shield, and then we would be having a little bit less utility. So I'm going to improve it by about 10 or maybe 15 arrows, because, I mean, obviously in a siege, arrows are going to go extremely quickly. Having 25 is literally nothing. So I'm going to improve it by 10 or 15, so that means we have a total of 35 or 40 arrows. I think that's kind of balanced, but I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should improve it a little bit more, or do you think I should just leave it at the 10 to 15 mark? Because, well, having 35 to 40, I think that's pretty good. It's not really going overkill as such, because you know me, I'm not going to get too many kills with the archery, and if we're up against a huge army of opponents that have, I don't know, 500 or so, then having 40 arrows is really not going to make too much difference, is it? Considering most of them are going to survive more than one arrow shot. So maybe it would be a good idea to improve it even further. Maybe go to 60 or 70 arrows, who knows. But we have freed Sir Andrew Estamont. Yes. And he has now actually liked us. Oh, he started to like us. That's actually pretty good. He was -3 and now he's 4. So that's pretty good. Thank you. Good, my lord. Thank you. Good, my lord? Okay. Very nice. Okay, so we are going to be taking all of these enemies prisoner, because hopefully the ransom broker at the Weeping Town is still there and we'll be able to make a small profit in the meantime. Let's get some more Zants. Yes, excellent. Okay, so otherwise we have one companion that has advanced in level and a couple of these fellows too. So let's just exit here. Ah, that's actually a pretty nice chess piece, but obviously as you can see right now we actually have better for strength 16. Chainmail is, well, that's a battered one, so I suppose it would be like that. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. So let's let our companions loot all the rest. And that's actually also something that I am not doing a very good job on, selling with our companions. I don't think we've actually sold with our companions in so long that they probably all have full inventories. So we're going to go off and do that right now, just to make sure that everything's cool, and then we can loot a couple more as well. So let's sell some items automatically. There we go. Okay, so we've sold 30 items from Balakwo, who has 4,400, Lineria, and Carver. So apparently that's absolutely fine. I mean, this is right, yes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is right. Yes, and their prices below 10,000 coins will be sold to all merchants, and specifically foods, trade goods, and books will never be sold. So that's actually pretty nice. Okay. So otherwise, I'm not going to be really doing anything else. I was going to use this recurved bow. Oh yes, also in the previous episode I mentioned, I'm going to show you what bow I'm using. And I didn't do that because, well, it's me, and usually I forget to do that. So there it is. It's a strong, decorated longbow. As you can see here, it does have additional damage due to the strong modifier, I suppose. But as a result of that, it does require more power draw, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah, that's a little bit worrying, because as you can see here, we do have a Masterwork flat bow, which is actually better slightly. I mean, the speed rating is better only by 4, but the accuracy is worse by 5, and it does require 7 in power draw. If it didn't require 7 in power draw and it required 3, like it actually should do, but because of the random nature of things, it is giving us +4 requirement of power draw. I can actually use that right now, believe it or not, because I have power draw 7. But yeah, that's a little bit too much in my opinion. A little bit too much, even though I would love to Yeah, not going to do that. Even the regular flat bow might be an idea because we would have 100% accuracy. We would literally have 100% accuracy with what we currently have in power draw and our proficiencies. But yes, anyway, we're going to go into the tavern and see. Yes, hello, Bezak. This is actually a different ransom broker than who I sold to before. So apparently they're just rotating in and out all the time. So there we go, 2,600, pretty nice for a very easy fight there. And now we're going to see, is anyone else needing to level up? Yes, a couple of more guardsmen there. These peasants don't even level up. And the one-armed villager, we do actually have one-armed villager, so there we go. That's pretty nice. And otherwise, we just have Alan here, who is, of course, needing to level up. So what are we going to do with him? Well, that's the thing. I've been creating a heavy cavalry user with him, so I suppose we will just continue along that line, and we'll just go for 21 strength, get him a little bit more in power strike, and then we'll see where he goes from there. But as you can see, he has no other skills. He's basically only good as a combat unit, so we're just going to be leaving him like that. And of course, we are going to, I think, be giving him this. Can he not use that yet? Ah, 20 strength. Ooh, that's grinding my gears already. Okay, so that's not good. But he actually had a cloth tunic before, so it's a huge upgrade to give him this chainmail hauberk. So I'm pretty happy with that. And what else can he use? He's using a tempered arming sword right now. I could technically give him Dark Sister, but I don't really want to be honest. I mean, you know, it's a good idea to just keep it on us, in my opinion. And do I have a better shield? No, I do not. I don't have better boots for him either. I might need to get him some new boots, just so that he has something a little bit better, but yeah, it's not going to make too much difference, I suppose. Okay, so otherwise, we're just going to head back, in my opinion at least, to Crow's Nest. The Reaper of Crow's Nest does need to rest every now and again. I mean, even though, you know, I mean, where's he going to rest? I mean, he's probably just going to sleep in some sort of crypt, isn't he? Because he's just so incredibly dangerous. Yes. Okay, so we have some peasants here. I am going to be keeping our one-armed villager because, I mean, how can we not? He's going to be very, very useful. Maybe. But anyway, we're going to take a couple of these because I actually have some in reserve here. And I do actually, don't I have more of those? No, I don't. Okay, I might have to go off-screen at some point to try and recruit some more Cahoric units so that we can put them in the garrison here because, well, they're very useful and I'd love to use them more. So let's just get a couple of Targaryen mounted units as well. And we can actually recruit some troops here. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna recruit 5 times. It's gonna cost us 4,000. That's pretty good in my opinion. I mean, I think that's the main reason why we're gaining so many units in here, and it's not actually automated like I previously stated. So that's nice anyway. Okay, so where are we gonna head to now? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Because I would love to take Stonehelm. It's right next to us here, but we do have 2 fellows that seem to want to deal with us, and we are not going to be too happy about that, are we? No. So how many? They have 167. I was going to try Griffin's Roost again, but there are so many vassals just running by there all the time, and they're actually heading out. Okay, how many units do they even have at Griffin's Roost? Who's that? Wait, there's someone in the trees here. Oh, it's revenge time, everyone. Yes. Sir Ronald Connington, non-bracket, he has decided to run into us, which is great. He was actually running away from something. Not entirely sure what, but he was running away from something. And now he has stumbled across the previous victim of his focus. So we're going to try our very best to eliminate him. He only has 57, so we should be absolutely fine, but you never know. I'm going to try and use my bow a little bit more this time around as well, because I do actually like using a bow again, believe it or not. I mean, it's been a very long time since I've actually used a proper bow instead of using a crossbow, because obviously I used to use a crossbow in the Burisno series, and I used to use a bow in the Gekukujo series. So, yeah, it's actually kind of nice that we have something like that now, because obviously in others we've had either no ranged weapons whatsoever or we've had magic. So it's kind of nice to actually have that as an option now, even if it is less effective, shall we say. Okay, so wait a minute, let's just get everyone to hold position over here. And see, that's the thing, the enemies in Clash of Kings, they usually just like to they usually just like to stand back and just let us do all the work, which is kind of annoying considering it is actually a very sound tactical maneuver, because if they just stay there and they have reinforcements in the wings just waiting to swoop down upon us, which of course they do not. They do not have any reinforcements because, well, they only have 57 total, but if they did, then they would be waiting right in the spawn area, and that would mean bad things. I think I've actually just done something wrong here. I think I need to get all of our... There we go. I think they're actually moving now. I think I was sort of misordering them in a different way than I should have been. So yes, now at least they are listening to me, I think. I think so at least, unless I'm just running too fast for them to actually catch up. But let's try and shoot a couple, shall we? Yes, there we go. Ah, yes, come on. Take them down. Ooh, very nice accuracy. I'm actually kind of surprised we're even hitting these guys. But, okay, they're trying... Oh, they might actually be charging. That would be fantastic. If they decide to charge now, that would just be great. But, of course, I'm probably going to need to... Yeah, we're just going to charge our units in here, mainly because we can put our archers on this hill, and the cavalry can just go straight on in and deal as much damage as they desire. Of course, I'm going to shoot into the infantry forces that are currently making their way towards us. Maybe they're actually going to try and take us out, or they're just going to stand there while I shoot him. Okay, maybe not. No. Really? You scoundrel. You absolute scoundrel. Okay, there we are. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's try and slash that guy. Ooh, that was Connington himself. I'm actually kind of surprised that he decided just to stand there. Maybe he takes after Aegon in that matter, because Aegon, ooh, we know him. We know him to be extremely effective. I mean, extremely ineffective. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but apparently the random assignment of personalities to the AI in this particular playthrough of Clash of Kings has given Aegon a very weird one, where he's just like, yes, I'm here, I'm running away, I'm having a feast. Yeah. Yeah, so, well, maybe we'll happen to see John Connington bracket at some point. It would be kind of nice if we were able to, because, well, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since we've actually seen him on the battlefield. Not entirely sure where he is, but, well, that's just how it is, isn't it? I mean, he's just like, doing all of that sort of thing, just roaming around in the bathrooms of whichever feast he's in, because, obviously, I saw that comment. Yes, the excellent storytelling. Okay, so there we are. I think that is it. Yes, it is. Okay, 3 renown, and he managed to escape. Of course he did. But again, I'm actually who is actually using blunt weaponry? I believe our mace men use blunt weaponry. Do we have any of those? We have 3 of them. Our guardsmen are using blunt weaponry, but they are mainly archers. Who else is using blunt weaponry? I suppose the mounted Targaryen sergeants also do, and maybe the scythemen as well, but I'm kind of surprised that we get to take so many prisoners each time. I'm really not going for that. Specifically, anyway. But, yes, okay, so at least now we get an opportunity to scout out Griffin's Roost a little bit more effectively. 149. Yes, and we know it to be quite a difficult siege, don't we? So, I think that will be it for this episode, but next time we're going to see... actually, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think? Should we go to Stonehelm, or should we go to Griffin's Roost? Let me know in the comments. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.